Hi everyone, it's Jennifer Roth-Burnette. Here is a quick video on how to update your announcements, how to send announcements, and how to change content in other areas of the course when you need to. So the course, as it was rolled into each of your shells, includes 2 sample announcements, and as I've already mentioned in the overview video, these are on the course homepage. I made the announcements page the course homepage so that students are not just seeing the same kind of welcome to the class banner and repeated stuff every time they log in, but whatever is relevant and new when they log in. So this example announcement needs to be modified by you to say whatever you want to say in your Welcome to BCE 101 announcement. And I have gone through this course and highlighted in yellow the things that I think definitely need to be either verified or changed by you, so that's why they're in yellow, so they'll jump out. So if you wanted to use this announcement as is, but just put your own material in it, that's fine. It's easy to do. You'll come up here to the example title. Next to the title, you have this little gray drop down. You click that, you select Edit. Inside the editing pane, it's really just a WYSIWYG editor, meaning what you see is what you get. So if you like that picture, you can keep it. If you want to use another picture or get rid of the picture, you can do that. Here's the text. You edit it just like you would any kind of computerized text, and then you can actually delete my name and my location and contact information and put your own in there. In fact, I sincerely hope you will. When you are done with that, you can click submit. But another thing that I want to point out is that you have the potential to send a copy of the announcement. That will send the announcement to the student's email. And so I like to have this welcome announcement kind of up for whenever they come into the class, but I actually go back in like the day before classes start and edit the announcement to send a copy so that right at that moment, before we start class, they will receive a copy of that announcement in their email. And if they're reading their email, then they're hearing from me in that way. You can also put date restrictions on these things if you want to. This one is not date restricted because it's an example. But if I wanted to date restrict it, I could say display after and until. For the welcome announcement, I try to leave it up for a while so that they really can understand where to find me, but that's just my preference. Likewise, here's an example of a kind of a standard type of announcement that I tend to send every week. For me, it's Sunday night. For you, it can be whatever you want your rhythm to be. But having a routine communication plan for students is really helpful, and them knowing that they would expect to hear from you generally at this particular time every week can be really helpful for their organization and structure. And it also, for me, it kind of gives me a space in which to manage these things so that I'm not sending them 4 different emails that they are likely to miss. But here's what you need to know for this week. Here it is in this announcement. And that way I'm trying to kind of streamline, communicate with them enough, but not too much. And so I will go in personally each week and send an announcement kind of like this. Again, I gave it to you as an example that you can use or modify as you wish. When it's time for you to create a new announcement of your own, it's very easy. You just click Create Announcement there at the top. You give it a subject just like an email. You put whatever you want to put in the text editor. You can date restrict it if you want to. Those weekly announcements, I do tend to date restrict because I just don't want them to clutter up the place. The students need to see them the week that they need to see them. After that, they probably don't need to see them. And I always send a copy to the email. That's just my practice. Do with that what you will. Beyond that, there are some other things that you are going to need to update in your class, and you may want to just kind of look through each module and look for these yellow highlights. I have included a space in Module 1 about how to access full class meetings online, that one of the 2 days a week that we'll be meeting the full class via video conference. And here is a place to input the link to your video conferencing solution, whatever you choose that to be. So you would click the little gray down arrow next to the title of that item, edit, and then again you have this, what you see is what you get editor. If it's kind of compressed like that, you can use this little pull down arrow to pull it down. And I hope that you will edit this by putting in the link that students need to use to access your class meeting. And then you can take the highlighting off. If you select that text and just come over here to the highlighter zone and just select the blank color for no highlight, now that highlight is gone. And then click submit, and that saves it. The final area that you'll want to think about personalizing or modifying to fit your own course schedule and your list of invited speakers is in this objectives area for every module. So this is module 2, get involved. I have Paula Perry speaking to my class, and so one of the objectives pertains to the student code of conduct. If Paula Perry is not coming to your class during week 2, then that objective probably needs to change for your class. And you can either just delete it if the code of conduct is not happening that week, or you can put in an objective that does reflect whoever your guest speaker is that week. So in the objective section, the highlighted objective pertains to the guest speakers, and I've just sprinkled those through as examples, but I'm also having to go through and change those to fit when I am able to schedule those guest speakers. And it's the same process of editing. Click the down arrow, click edit, and then now you have this editor, and once you've made the changes that you need to make, you just click submit.